Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cropper here. A thought or two about business plans. I saw a few videos by a guy named Tom Peters, just randomly clicked on one time, and he had a couple of interesting things to say, and I 5-star and favorited a couple of them. And he mentions a quote from, I forget who. I think it might have been Yahoo, the president of Yahoo, the CEO of Yahoo. They said, "What's your business plan?" He says, "We have a business plan. It's getting things done." I thought that was pretty good. Now, I want to tie this to a quote or an idea that was popular among New York City Junto members. It was on one of their flyers. It's a quote from Benjamin Franklin, or an idea elicited by Benjamin Franklin. Here it is. You should ask yourself every single day, what is the most important thing for me to accomplish within the next 5 years? That should be a daily focus for you. Now, let's cross that together with the business plan of getting things done. There are people who prefer to have a business plan with 1,000 lines of what's contingency and who's going to do what and how are we going to operate this and that and the other. And there are other people who rush in and actually get things done. And sure, you have to have business plans to get it done, but then you have to get it done too, and that's got to be an important part of it. Well, think about what you need to do in the next 5 years, and in a certain sense, get it done. That's the kind of the attitude that I've taken. 7 or 8 years ago, when I decided I'm going to have to do a full curriculum someday, I'm going to have to be the designer of a basic elementary school curriculum for all the subjects. I'm not going to be able to find anybody to work out mathematics for me. I'm going to have to do every single subject. When I decided that, when I realized it, when I admitted it to myself, then all of a sudden it became a priority for me to learn more about the history of science, the mathematics itself, just to learn more math, the history of literature, proper grammar, to improve my spelling, quite a few other things. I said I'm just going to have to acquire these skills and learn this information. Now, to learn the history of science, because I was not really knowledgeable about science, to learn the history of science is quite a feat. And it required the purchasing of over 100 books, used mostly for $1 a piece, $3 or $4 shipping. And listening to dozens and dozens of lectures and books on tape and stuff. But here I am, 8 years later, and that's no longer on my list of to-dos for the next 5 years. Okay? I no longer have the goal of knowing all of the scientific stuff from ancient Greece on up into the Renaissance and the Enlightenment, because I know it. I mean, I'm not about to write a doctoral dissertation on that, but I've gone over it enough to have known the information so that I was able to teach it in my school this last year. And I taught it to the students, everything from ancient Greece, starting with Thales, right on up to Newton. We didn't get into the 1800s, I don't know that part yet, but that is on my list for to-dos now. Not to learn the whole history of science, but to learn the science of the 1800s, which is going to require, I'm afraid, more math than I currently know. And I'm going to have to learn more math. Anyways, the point is, make 5-year goals, accomplish them, and then you'll see that your goals can move on to the next 5-year type thing. So right now, instead of trying to acquire the basic information for a curriculum, since I've done that, I can try to open a school. Wonderful thing. So, business plan, get it done. Daily focus, what do I need to get done most urgently within the next 5 years? And Benjamin Franklin said, you should ask yourself in the morning, what am I going to do today? And at night when you go to bed, you should ask yourself, what have I done today? How have I improved my situation? Now, go out and make some 5-year plans. Not the Soviet style thing.